Welcome to FedScoop TV and our special series on digital transformation heroes. I'm Wyatt Cash, and we're here today with Gordon Bitko. Gordon is the CIO at the FBI. Welcome to the program, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me today, Wyatt.
So we want to talk a little bit about digital transformation, and we know that federal IT managers generally recognize that digital transformation depends on IT modernization. I was wondering if you could point to a couple of examples at your agency or your bureau where you've made some concrete steps towards IT modernization.
Absolutely, Wyatt. So one of the big things that I'll point to is the Department of Justice has been involved in a data center consolidation effort for the last several years. The FBI is the largest component of that. We're in the process of consolidating all department activity into 3 data centers. That means closing a lot of existing legacy data centers, migrating the technology that's in them today. And so that involves us assessing those systems, those technologies, to determine if we should move them at all, if moving them means virtualizing them and taking advantage of modern technology, or even moving them into the cloud when we can. So the net result of that is it's a really good opportunity for us to look to get rid of a lot of legacy applications and systems.
Well, next I'd like to ask, as we look at advances with cloud services, things like containerization, agile development, how has that changed your outlook, or what do you foresee over the next 18 months of what you think you'll be able to do for the FBI and all its employees and associated contacts?
Yeah, that's a great question. We're actually in the process of trying to refactor a lot of applications to take advantage of some of those services and to really build an infrastructure that's more focused on microservices and sharing services in the cloud. And that will only accelerate our ability to develop new applications. It's really important for us because the pace of technology and the threats that we face changes all the time. It's constantly accelerating. There's constantly new things out there that we have to worry about. So the ability for us to drive more agile development of applications, of tools, of things to help us fight those threats is critical. So taking advantage of those services, it's really one of the essential ways for us to get there and be able to do that.
Next, I'd like to chat a little about workforce. We know part of transforming government is a technology issue or a support issue, but it's also about kind of reorienting the workforce skills and what needs to happen at agencies like yours to have the right skills and the sort of right IT talent within your operation to get there.
Yeah, I think that's actually the most important and maybe the hardest problem for government agencies in general. One of the things that I've found is we have great folks doing all sorts of great things, but we're not doing a really smart and effective job of putting them on the most important and unique to FBI mission critical activities. So really what we need to do is be smart. Some of the things we already talked about, commoditizing, leveraging technologies that are out there, and not make our creative and capable folks be responsible for building infrastructure when we can use the cloud or we can leverage shared services. Have those smart, capable folks really focus on the mission critical, unique things that the FBI is trying to do. So that's one important thing that we're focused on. But then there are other things that we're trying to do around creating real career paths and career opportunities for folks inside the agency so that they can try and do a lot of the different things that we need around technology. We're not there yet today, but it's a really important thing for us. An example of what I mean by that, we do a lot of investigations that involve technology. So it's a great opportunity. It's an exciting opportunity for folks who come in with a technology background, computer scientists, information technology specialists, to give them the opportunity to partner with field operations and see some of the cool things that they do. And we're fortunate in that the mission really speaks to a lot of people in the organization. So giving them those opportunities really helps to attract talent, to retain talent. The more we can do that, I think the better off we'll be in developing the workforce and giving them opportunities.
Well, and lastly, I'd like to talk a little about data. You're probably looking at a lot of data at the FBI. Tell us about how your agency is preparing for or getting ready to deal with the continuing surge in data, and maybe more importantly, the putting more data analytic tools and insights into the hands of more of your employees and agents.
Yeah, that's a problem that we've been struggling with for a long time. The volume of data grows exponentially, as everybody knows. There isn't an investigation today that an FBI agent is working on where huge amounts of data are not at issue either. You serve a search warrant, and in the house you seize a computer that has terabytes of storage on it now, or a phone that has gigabytes of storage and all sorts of pictures, or stuff's up in the cloud in the course of an investigation, you collect that, or online. And it grows every day. So it's not only the amount of data, it's the different ways that data need to be collected and analyzed as well. So we've spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to tackle that, and it's sort of an arms race really, because those tools, those applications, the amount of data continuously grow and change. One of the things that we're trying to do, though, is just create some centralized tools and places and communities of interest and practice for employees. We have 56 field offices, and agents in Los Angeles might have solved a problem, and agents in St. Louis don't know about it. So how do we do a better job of giving tools and communities that help people see those things and leverage them and share them, so we're not constantly solving the same problem over and over again? So that's a piece of it. But then another important piece of it goes back to what we talked about already about leveraging cloud services. There are lots of great big data tools and analytics available in various cloud solutions either today or coming for us in the near future. And there's no need for us to reinvent those things as much as figure out how to leverage them and take advantage of them in our environment. So we're actively in midstream of figuring out how we can leverage those tools as well. And it's a never-ending problem, right? What's a normal amount of data? What's a normal amount of data today will be nothing next year, right? Then we'll be exponentially dealing with a larger amount.
Yeah,
so we have to continuously face that problem.
Well, I appreciate that. Well, Gordon, thank you so much for stopping by, sharing some of your insights of what you're doing at the FBI. I know there's an interesting time to be at the FBI relative to the kinds of data and technologies that are part of your work and what it'll take to transform and sort of create a digital transformation in government. So thanks very much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you again for having me.
Sure. Look for more of our coverage on innovation and digital transformation at fedscoop.com. I'm Wyatt Cash. Thanks for watching.